And big toes come to touch, sit back into the heels, or again, if you need to sit in a chair or put a block or a pillow, folded blanket underneath you, you're welcome to. And you're also welcome to, if you need to come off of your feet for a little bit, come up at any time. All right, from here, we're going to inhale, reach up towards the sky. As we exhale, circle the hands all the way back behind you. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward, up. And exhale, back. This time, bring the hands to your shoulders. We're going to make big circles with your elbows here. So as big as you can, get all the way around. Get into all those nooks and crannies of the shoulder joint here. Breathe deep. Try not to, it's okay to lift the chest, but try not to splay out the ribs or open them out that way, where we're arching our backs. But really keep your core strong here. Breathe deep. And you can also speed this up. Just make sure that you're, like if you want to create a little bit more warmth, a little more fire, just make sure you're keeping the core strong and the ribs in. And you're making that big full circle here. Breathe through it. Let's go around the other direction when you're ready. Elbows leading all the way back, around and forward. Try to get to every single point of the room with those elbows. Breathe. Stay with that breath. All right, from here, we're going to inhale, root down, reach up, palms face forward. This time, as we exhale, drop the shoulders. Ha. Inhale, ha, ha, ha. And then a nice ha sound. Give us that cathartic release. Ha, ha, ha. Also helps to engage the core. Ha, ha. The powerful breath. Ha, ha, ha. Shoulders go up and down, up and down. That's it. Ha, 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 ha. Get them nice and warm. Ha, ha, ha. From here, if you'd like to hover. Ha, ha, ha. So as we hover, lift your core in and out. Lift your pelvic floor. Lift your belly. So there's a scooping action going on here. Ha, 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 ha. Keep going. Breathe. Ha, ha, ha. Stay with it. Like you're pulling something down. Each time your lat pulls. Ha, ha, ha. Let's go and sit back again. Open, close. Open, close. Open, open. Just kind of stretch it out here. Open, close. Not too much, not too little. And like feel as if you're squeezing something between your wrists or your elbows each time you come together. Open, close. Stay with that breath. Squeeze. All right, from here, we're going to squeeze elbows down below the shoulders and then open out wide and then squeeze above the shoulders. Low and high. Again, if you want to sit up, high, feel free to. High and low and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. See if we can also involve the chest a little bit more, get those pecs engaged and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Imagine you've got a squishy ball or like an orange that you're squeezing between your elbows. Squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze. From here, let's bring your hands back behind you, elbows up, and cross, 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 cross. So we want to cross over as much as we can. We can sit back if you like. Stay with that breath. Cross, cross, cross. Now we're going to climb down, crossing, and then climb back up, crossing. Climb down, crossing, and back up. So we're alternating. Whew. Breathe through this. Stay with it. Last set going down. Last set going up. Stay with that. Good. From here, we're going to cross the arms and squeeze, squeeze, alternating which arm is on top. Right and left. Squeeze, squeeze. So each time we do a little pulse, we're engaging the shoulders and those pecs, the chest. Squeeze, squeeze, pulse, pulse. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe through it. Squeeze, squeeze. Cross, cross. A few more. Go back to the open close. Whoops, open close. This time, let's do elbows together. Open, elbows. So we're swinging the elbows actually more than open closing. Out, in, out, in. Bring those elbows up and squeeze in, out. Breathe through. Almost there. Out, in. Few more. Squeeze. And there, good. Let's go ahead and hover from here. Hands out in front of you, maybe like a diamond shape out in front, and we're gonna squeeze, squeeze, pull it back, back, squeeze. Lifting your core each time, up, up, up. Pumping that belly, even if you wanna exhale each one. Ha, ha, other side, ha, ha. So each time you exhale and make that ha sound, you're pulling the belly, sucking it in and out, ha, 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 ha. Engaging the pelvic floor, ha, ha, both sides, ha, 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 ha. Few more, ha, ha. Last set, 3, 2, 1. From here, inhale, exhale, circle back, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, let's go ahead and swing it out. Swing it out. Stretch the chest. Breathe through. Okay, last little bit here. Again, you're welcome to come up onto the knees if you need to. We're gonna reach the fingertips forward and out to the sides. Elbows pointing straight up towards the ceiling, shoulders down. So we wanna imagine that this raindrop can go from your shoulder all the way down to your fingertips. Fingers are long, so there's no break in the arm. The elbows are not drooping this way. We're lifting them up. You're gonna feel that in your back and here in your upper arms and the shoulders, of course. Shoulders back and down. From there, we're gonna take small baby circles, just in one direction only. Keep the shoulders down, keep the elbows up. It's really easy to kind of droop those elbows. Get those elbows up. You'll feel it, like I said, all through your back here. Stay with breath. But even though those elbows are up, those shoulders are down. And other direction. Breathe. Whew. I always imagine that this gets rid of the little pouch back here, hopefully. I do feel it does work for that. Whew. These ballet arms, these port-a-bras arms. Stay with it. Keep those elbows up, shoulders down. Breathe. And from here, we're gonna go back to the hands together and press through. Inhale, exhale, push. Inhale, this is a nice stretch for your wrists too. Bring your wrists together, back to the wrists together, and then push through. Back to the wrist, push through, and quick. As fast as we can. But go through the whole motion. Stay with it. Few more. Stay out, and then press it out. Out, like you're trying to pull your arms out of the sockets. Out, 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 out. Keep going. A few more. Stay with that breath. And press, press. Let's shake it out. So we're going to just punch it out here. Punch across. Punch and punch. Other side. Punch. Across. Good. Actually, just swing it out however feels good for you. And then from here, we're going to stretch out the shoulders. So let's go ahead and bring your knees together. Curl your toes under, sitting back into the heels, stretching the feet. And the toes, especially that big toe extension, is important for walking correctly. And make sure also your bottom's really behind you, natural curve and space there for your lower back. There's a lift in your gut supporting that natural curve. Lengthening through the sides of your body. Let's interlace the fingers here. Root down through your seat. Take a deep inhale, root down to reach up. And as we exhale, we're going to press forward through the palms and round the upper back here. Ooh. Inhale, root down, reach up. As we exhale, we're going to bend the elbows over to one side. So keeping the fingers hooked, tuck the chin in and head back slightly, if it's okay for the shoulders. Inhale, press down to reach back up. Exhale, we're bending the elbows, both elbows to the other side, chin in and head back slightly. Deep breaths. Inhale this time, palms facing you, stretch the wrists. And as we exhale, we'll swing the arms behind, interlace your fingers, knuckles against the sacrum, bend the elbows all the way back, open the chest, take a deep breath in, stretch, pull those elbows back, lift your heart. Exhale, bring your chin towards the throat, belly in. Inhale, stretch the knuckles away from you. And exhale, we'll slowly release the arms. Come onto your fists, separate your knees, and circle your toes and ankles around. Release those feet. Circle the other way. Relax the feet and give them a nice little thump. Thump, 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 thump. And then we're going to bring the feet together and sit back into your heels and gently, so relaxing the feet this time, gently lifting the knees up, stretching through the shins and the ankles, tops of the feet. Slowly coming back, so now just resting back on the feet here. Again, bottom behind you. Interlace the fingers, inhale, root down, reach up. Exhale, this time just release the fingers back, interlace the opposite forefinger and thumb behind, bend the elbows back, open your chest. Take a deep breath in, look up, open the throat. And exhale, bring the chin into the throat, navel to spine. Inhale, stretch the knuckles away. Exhale, let's twist gently to one side, pull the shoulder down and back. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist gently to the other side. Inhale, center. This time as we exhale, we're going to separate the knees apart, lift the hips up, and then come onto the very top of your head, crown of your head, and stretch those shoulders. So get the hips, once you find the ground, very carefully. You're on the very top of your head here and hips above the knees. Stretch your shoulders. Deep breaths. Whew. Long and smooth. Cleansing breaths. And then slowly from here, release the hands down and slowly sit back, big toes touching. And then come into your Balasana Child's Pose. Stretch the arms out in front of you, however feels good. We can come up onto your fingertips. And from here, we're going to go ahead and curl back up onto your hands and knees. Separate knees, hip distance apart. Let's send the inner thighs up and back. And inhale, look up between the brows towards the third eye or spiritual eye. So you exhale, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Gently walk your feet and hands as wide apart as you like, or as wide apart as the mat. And just kind of walk it out here. Stretching. Loosening up the legs, the shoulders, whatever you need here. Press into those fingertips as well, but keeping the whole hand grounded. Side to side, whatever feels good. Let's go ahead and bring the feet about hip distance apart now. And then slowly walk the feet forward, quietly and lightly, all the way to the top of your mat. Feet about hip distance apart. Let's take a nice inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. So we can press the thigh bones back, lengthen the spine, suck the belly in. Exhale and deepen your fold. Again, bending the knees as much as you need to here. Root down through your feet, especially if you feel tension in your lower back or, of course, your hamstrings. You want to bend those knees. From there, let's go ahead and bend your knees to come up. So we're going to inhale, root to rise. That's a strong mountain pose, reach up. As we exhale, we're going to open the elbows out to the sides. So like a goalpost. Open your chest, lift your heart. Yeah. And then again, we're going to reach back up in here. Exhale, circle the arms. Inhale, back up. Exhale, open to goalpost. Stretch your chest. Release those arms. Inhale, back up. Exhale, goalpost. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, this time right down the center. Bow forward, fold. Bow into the earth. Inhaling, lengthening through your spine onto the fingertips. Inner thighs lift back. Exhale and deepen your fold. Let's go and step your right leg back first this time. Reach back. So I like to switch it up, which side we do first, because sometimes you'll find that we tend to work one side a little bit more strongly than the other. So we're going to relax the back foot, press into the shin bone. Take a nice inhale again, reach up. Hold the belly in and open back into that cactus. And then again, inhale, circle, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms, lift the chest. One more time, inhale, reach up. And exhale, this just feels so good to open up your chest after all that. All right, from there, we're going to come onto your fists and then lift that back knee off the ground. Lift and stretch the left leg back. Inhale to plank pose on your fists. Exhale, let's go ahead and come onto your knees. Squeeze your triceps into your ribs. Elbows stay stacked above the wrists as you lower halfway down. Inhale, we push up from there. Exhale, squeeze those triceps halfway down or as low as you can go without going lower than the elbows. Inhale. So not going beyond halfway. Exhale, squeeze, hold it. 3, 2, and then slowly come down to the ground. Let's bring the hands behind you, palms facing down. And we're going to lengthen the legs really nice and long. Take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine. Don't worry about the back bend so much. Focus on strong legs and length here. Lifting the heart. Exhale. From here, let's go ahead and bring your forearms underneath you. So elbows underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide, coming into Sphinx pose. Again here, legs are really long and strong. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Lift the heart as we exhale. We're going to look over one shoulder. Stretch the neck. Inhale, lengthen. Still legs are long and strong. Exhale as we look over. They're even longer, even stronger. Inhale, come back to center. As we exhale, we're going to keep the hips grounded as we round the upper back. Tuck your chin towards the throat. Stretch the neck. Again, inhale, lengthen. And exhale. This time we're going to come onto your belly or onto your chest. Bring your hands out wide. Wide apart, way wider than your mat, elbows up towards the ceiling. So elbows are right above your wrists and you're sprawled out on your fingertips. You're lifted up on the fingertips. Tuck the chin, inhale, curling cobra. As we inhale, scoop the belly in, look up. Tailbone is shooting down into the ground. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the heart, then the head. Tuck the chin again. Inhale, legs are long. Inhale, curl. Tailbone pressing down as you lift the heart and belly up. Exhale, lower the elbows, lower the chest and then the head. One more time, inhale, curling up. Lift the heart, head is the last thing to rise. Exhale, we're going to look over the shoulder again, bring the opposite shoulder forward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we're going to look over the other side, bring the opposite shoulder forward. Stretch. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lower. Last time, good. Bring your fists underneath you here. Squeeze your triceps in as we press up onto the knees. We're going to come onto your forearms. Spread the fingers nice and wide here. I'm going to stretch back into a forearm plank. Tailbone down towards your heels. Pressing up through the upper back. So imagine that you're trying to spread your shoulder blades apart. So protracting the shoulder blades, externally rotating them. Deep cleansing breaths. We're going to take breath of fire here, Kapalabhati breath. So each time we exhale, powerful exhale, we're going to pump the belly in and up again. So there's that just little section, sucking or pumping in and up. Good. Add a little knee alternating, hovering above the mat. All right, from there, we'll lift the knees, Lower the knees, lift the hips. And we're going to stay here on the forearms, still working through our shoulders, our chest, and now into our glutes. We're going to bring the right leg up, scoop the belly in. Now, if you have lower back issues, be very careful not to arch your back here when you lift the leg. You want to make sure you keep the core strong from the front, sucking in and up, and then just squeeze the glutes, squeeze your butt, okay? So squeeze and hover, squeeze, hover, squeeze, hover. If you start to feel your low back doing the work here, then just go ahead and skip this. Or maybe do your bridge pose, feet on the ground, lifting the hips. Squeeze, hover, squeeze, hover, and squeeze. From here, we're going to bring the knee down, out to the side, and up and back. Knee down, out to the side, lift your belly up and back. Knee down, let's do that. Open the hip one more time. And release. We're going to go ahead and go straight into the other side. I do want to do the bridge pose after this. So scoop that belly in. We'll just do this quickly on the other side. Left knee in line with the hip. We're going to squeeze, lift it a little higher while sucking the belly in, and then hover at about hip line. Squeeze and lower. Squeeze, hover. So we're not really lowering too much, just to where it feels a little bit heavy. And that's where we want to lift from that heaviness. Squeeze, lower, squeeze, squeeze. Suck that belly in. Make sure we're not arching our backs. Squeeze, couple more, squeeze. And last one. From here, we're going to bring that knee down, out to the side, and open the hip. Knee down, out to the side. Lift your stomach. Knee down. So really conscious of using our core instead of our backs. Good, and lower. From there, you're going to swing the legs around. Feet underneath your, ankles right below your knees. Arms down by your sides. You're going to press down into the feet. Lift and squeeze the glutes. Hamstrings, inner thighs engaged. Reach the arms up and back. Stretch as you inhale. Exhale, bring the arms and hips down together at once. Root down through both feet. Inhale, lift up into your Septubhadra bridge. Exhale, lower. Inhale. So hopefully your glutes got nice and warmed up there with the hip circles. And then now you can really feel them as you press into all parts of your feet. Lift. Exhale. Down one last time. Inhale, root down and lift. Good. Breathe from here. We're going to do just a halfway lower and squeeze lift. Now we don't want to over lift either. We don't want to lift up so high that we're arching again. So just lift to where you can feel those glutes, those hamstrings and inner thighs engaged. We're rooting down through those feet. Halfway down and lift. Halfway down and lift. Halfway down and lift. Last time. Halfway down. This will help to strengthen. The stronger we can get our glutes, the more we can support our lower backs. Take another deep breath. And then exhale. Slowly lower down. Relax your back. Let's separate the knees, your feet wide apart and windshield wipe your knees side to side. Let it go. Whew. Good. And then we're going to cross through, or we can roll onto your side and come back onto your hands and knees. That was a long transition for that one side. We're going to inhale, inner thighs lift up and back, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll get to that other side at some point. Go ahead and walk it out a little bit. Deep breaths here. So we started stepping the right leg back. So we're going to bring the right leg up on your tippy toes, outer thigh rolling down, pinky toe rolling down. So you're in three-leg dog. Take another deep breath here. As you inhale, lift up on your standing leg. And then as we exhale, bring that thigh to chest, heel high towards your belly button. Step it forward. And then we're going to lower down onto your left knee onto the other side. Uncurl the back toes. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, open, use your core, lift your belly as you come into that cactus. And again, inhale, sweep it forward and up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, cactus. Last time, inhale, forward and up. And exhale. And release. From here, we're going to go ahead and lift that back knee off the ground. Push off the back foot to come forward. And bow forward, fold. Take your next inhale, lengthen through your sides. As you exhale, deepen your fold. Pressing down through both feet, inhale to rise up, or you can bend your knees again to come through a squat and then stand up. If that feels better on the back, exhale, hands down by your sides. Inhale, root through both feet, reach out to prayer. Exhale, let's come right down the center again. Bow forward, fold, bow to the earth. Inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, deepen your fold. Let's go ahead and step that left leg back first this time. Deep lunge. Excuse me. Rooting down through both feet. Let's bring your left hand underneath the shoulder, right thumb to your right hip crease, and pull that right butt cheek in and back. And then stack the shoulders here, reach that right arm up. Inhaling here as we exhale all the way back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Now from here, we're going to come forward with the ankle at the same time. So mobilizing the ankle and the shoulder. Few more. Last one. Good. From here, we come back to your center if you need to. Root down through your feet to rise up into your open twist. Whew, stay with that breath. You can bend that back knee as much as you need, especially if you've got low back issues. Bend that back knee and lift from the front. Lift your core. If you can straighten it while lifting your core, no tension in the back, you can do that. So deep breath here, open, stretch. As we exhale, we're going to just bring that left hand back down and walk it forward, hop it forward into your revolved Ardha Chandrasana for a moment, and then bring your right hand down, come into your warrior three. So pushing the heel away from the crown of the head pushes forward away from the heel, away from each other. Bend into your right knee, hands to the heart center. See if we can, from here, root down to slowly lift up, bring your left knee. So again, that's all standing glutes, not your back. Left knee comes up towards, left knee comes forward. So that back leg has come all the way forward now. Interlacing your fingers here over top of the knee. Just make sure we're not slouching or rounding the low back. Yeah, or underneath if you need to. So we want to actually stick our butt back behind us and suck the belly in from the front. Not arching your back, but letting it naturally be behind you. Natural curve. Deep breaths. Hopefully you feel this right leg glute, standing glutes. Holding the right knee so you can open your left arm out behind you, opening into your twist on the other side. Again, really strong in your core. Take another deep breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly bring the hands back down and step that left leg back into your deep lunge. Lower that left knee, uncurl the toes, inhale to Anjaneyasana, and exhale, fold. Let's stretch out your front leg here. So we inhale, stretch it out. And then as we exhale, lunge. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, lunge. One more time, inhale, stretch. As we exhale, let's go ahead and wiggle that foot forward. And then lengthen through your spine here. Feel your back thigh, your left thigh come up and forward towards the leg. Breathing deeply. So again, it feels like we're going forward into the splits instead of trying to sit back and go towards the leg more. Some people call that cheating. I like to call that compensating because it reminds us that when we do something like that, when we compensate, we're often sacrificing something, some other part of our body in a way that's not good for it, just in order to accomplish whatever you think the pose should look like. But it's not about forcing our bodies into any poses. It's about using the pose to get into our bodies, to feel our bodies. So remember that when you feel like, oh, it should look like this, or I'm not doing it right, just listen to your body and you'll know if you're doing it right. Feel the stretch, not too much, not too little. Take another deep breath here, lengthen through your sides. And as we exhale, soften and just become a little more receptive. Next deep breath when you're ready, inhaling here. As we exhale, let's go ahead and turn. So using your hips here, externally rotate and then internally rotate that hip. So we're turning the toes from one side to the other. I'll loosen it up. And then lunging once again here. Come onto your fists. Lift that back knee as we inhale to plank pose on the fists. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, we can lower the knees. Squeeze the triceps in halfway down. Hold it here. And then lower all the way down. Arms behind you again, palms facing down. Inhale, press into the hands and the tops of the feet. Strong legs as you lengthen the spine. Strong through your spine. Exhale. Let's bring the fists underneath you this time. Squeezing in as you press it up onto the knees. Exhale, let's go ahead and press it back into your child's pose. Just stretch it out. Deep, slow breaths. Relax the shoulders in whatever way feels good for you. If you want to bring the arms behind you, palms facing up, relax your elbows and shoulders forward. It's also a nice way to rest them. You can wiggle your hips a little bit side to side if you need to release your low back. Or just find stillness here and breathe deep into your back body. Long, smooth breaths, filling up and emptying the back body. Sometimes we don't get to be in this position so often, or we may not take the opportunity to be in this position. But it's really so delicious for your back body, right? Feel that breath expand and open you up through the back. One more breath here. As we exhale, let's just sit back into the heels and roll up through your spine. Roll slowly. Head is the very last thing to stack on top. Take a moment, notice what you notice as you breathe. And then slowly coming back onto your hands and knees. Let's send the inner thighs up and back here as you inhale, look up between the brows. As we exhale, we'll come onto your forearms and back into a plank pose. Left leg back, then right leg, tailbone down, pressing up through your upper back. So again, it feels like you're trying to pull your tailbone down, but lift your belly up and then push your upper back toward the ceiling. So we're separating the shoulder blades away from each other. Protraction. From here, we're going to roll towards the pinky toe edge of each foot, side to side, alternating right and left. So you're going to really feel this. You might not get all the way over onto the side of your foot, but if you can, try to get all the way over there. And you'll feel it in your side obliques, deep in your side waist, your core. You don't have to go fast. Try to keep that tailbone down as well in between. Whew, breathe through. Last set here. All right, from there, we're going to walk your feet forward into your dolphin pose. External, this is where you really have to turn out your shoulders. Turn them out and press into those forearms. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Protract those shoulder blades away from each other. Couple more breaths here. Whew, and lower the knees. Pressing onto your fingertips, press up and back to downward facing dog. Same concepts here. Anytime you bear any weight on your shoulders, you want to externally rotate, turn those shoulders out, lift them up towards your ears, and protract those shoulder blades. Lift those hips high away from your shoulders, even if you have to bend those knees. You can feel the difference between the right and left side here a little bit. Let's go and bring your right leg towards the sky as you inhale, or I'm sorry, your left leg. Inhale up on your tippy toes, outer thigh pointing down, pinky toe pointing down. Take another deep breath. Lift up higher on your standing leg. Keep that left shoulder down. Exhale, thigh to chest, lift that heel high. Step forward between the hands. And from here, once again, we're gonna go ahead and bring your right hand underneath the shoulder. Left arm towards the sky. Oh, sorry. Let's bring that, I'm gonna turn myself around so you can see. Bring that left thumb to the hip crease and pull your butt cheek in and back first. And then stack the shoulders, reach up. Breathe here. So we still can get low. Want to still keep that left foot pointed forward and rooted to the ground. And then from here, let's go and circle that arm back and down, forward and up. Circle. Breathe through it. And then see if we can take our ankle with us. Bring our whole body forward and back. Stay with it a few more. Last set. Good. From here, let's bring that left arm back up. Slowly from here, root down to rise. Maybe we can lift our belly in and up. Open twist. Couple breaths here. Again, you can bend that back knee as much as you need to. Stay with your breath. If you'd like to straighten that back knee, just suck that belly in a little more. Use your core. From here, we're going to walk that right hand forward, walk that foot forward, and come into your revolved Ardha Chandrasana, standing strong leg. And then bring that left arm down and bring the hips square. Suck the belly in, up away from your pelvis, away from your front thigh. And turn those hips square to the front. So pinky toe and outer thigh rolling down. Bend that back knee, push the heel away from the crown of the head away from the heel. And see if you can slowly, slowly bring the hands to the heart. Slowly begin to rise, bringing that right knee all the way up and forward. So the back leg becomes the front leg now. Hugging that thigh towards you without rounding your back or sinking, dumping back into your low back, yeah? Lift your butt up and back behind you. Suck the belly in. And then hold that right knee, open the right arm. Hold the right knee with your left hand. Open twist. Deep breaths here, root down to rise up. Lengthen the spine. Beautiful. From here, back to the heart center. Push through. So we're going to take that leg, swing it back again into your lunge. Lower that right knee down. Uncurl the back toes. Take a nice inhale. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. And exhale, hands down. Inhale, let's stretch the front leg. And exhale, lunge. Again, deep inhale, slowly stretch it out. Exhale to lunge. One more time, inhale, stretch. As we exhale, we're gonna wiggle that foot forward. Keep the hips square. So that back thigh bone, that right thigh bone is gonna lift up and forward towards that front leg, towards your left foot. And imagine you're going forward into the splits as you rest here and breathe, as you soften. Again, becoming more receptive to what your body has to say. Softening, listening, breathing deeply. What is truly needed, what is truly important. Getting the body, getting your nose to your knee, or connecting to something more powerful, something more connecting to yourself, that power and spirit and abundance and healing that is within you, that is within your capacity. Let's connect to that through the breath. And maybe settling into an energy of compassion and understanding again as we breathe. I've always loved those words of wisdom that before we speak, we ask ourselves, is it absolutely true? Is it kind, and is it necessary? And I try to remember to apply that also to not only the way we speak, but our own thoughts about ourselves, about whatever it be. But can we ask ourselves, as we're thinking them, is it absolutely true? Is it kind? And is it necessary? Maybe we come out a little bit more compassionate on the other end. And then softening here. Actually, we're going to turn again, externally rotate, and then internally rotate that hip. Breathe. All right, now from here, let's go ahead and lunge. Lifting that back knee off the ground. We're going to step that right foot forward this time. Bow forward, fold, and feel the difference on that side. Couple deep breaths. Rooting down through both feet as we inhale, root to rise up, stretch it up. And as we exhale, let's bring the arms down by our sides again. Inhale, shoulders up by the ears. Exhale, release. Let's take your next inhale, reach back up towards the sky. Exhale, let's open the arms this time if you like. Bow forward, spread your wings, forward fold. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Scoop that belly in. Exhale and deepen your fold. All right, from here, let's go ahead and bring the feet together and knees together. Sit back into your Utkatasana chair pose. So bring those knees all the way back, butt all the way back. Scoop and suck the belly in as we bring the hands to heart center. Longer, smoother breaths. So again, the focus here is really lifting the pelvic floor muscles, lifting our gut and our abdominals in and up, supporting the back. So the back is completely free here as we bring the hips down low. And we especially keep our butt back and knees back. Slowly, slowly, slowly getting a little bit lower. Maybe open the knees if you need to. Come all the way down to sit. All right. And let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, knees up to the sides. In Baddha Konasana, or butterfly. You can rock onto the sits bones. Let's take a nice inhale, lengthen through your sides. And with an exhale, with a flat back, we'll bow forward. You can use the hands, the elbows, or even the hands to help press the thigh bones out. So again, we're feeling this stretch in the hips, not in the low back. Low back is flat. We're not focused on trying to get as low as we can here. We're just opening up through our hips. Breathing deeply. And slowly making your way back up when you're ready. Let's go ahead and stretch your left leg out in front of you and hug your right knee into your chest. Your right arm behind you, and then hugging that thigh. Make sure with your left arm, make sure you're rooted down through both sits bones and pull those toes back. Inhale, root down to grow tall. Exhale to twist. And then we'll gently switch direction here. Right arm behind you. And then left arm and, your right leg and your right arm are going to press up against each other. Sorry, I'm trying to mirror you. I'm confused. Inhale, root down, lengthen. As we exhale, we twist. So we're pressing down to pull up, and we're pushing the arm and leg against each other. Get that nice deep twist and release of the low back. Twist in your core, release the back. Good. And coming back through center. Let's go ahead and try the same thing on the other side. Straighten your right leg out now, left knee in towards your chest. We'll hug it in first, toes up and back towards your head. Root down as we inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist from your core. And then release. From there, this is the one where we really want to press arm and leg against each other. Right arm behind you. We're going to press down through your hips to pull up and lengthen, and then press the arm and leg against each other to create that nice deep wringing out and twist from the core. Another deep breath here. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead and bring your soles of the feet together again, but this time a little bit wider out in front of you. So if this is your normal butterfly, we're going to bring your foot, one foot out, and then meet it with the other foot. So it's about a foot further forward. And then rock onto your sits bones again, holding onto your shin bones here now. Inhale, open through the chest. Lift your heart, lift your gaze between the brows. And this time as we exhale, we'll bow forward, maybe palms facing up towards the sky. And we're rounding the back now. So this time we have a chance to stretch out the low back here, tucking the chin in, crown of the head towards the earth, rounding through your back. Deep, slow breaths here. Maybe even bringing your ring finger and thumb together in this earth mudra, connecting to earth energy. Again, very grounded and stable, supported with a sense of compassion and understanding. Again, here in Tarasana, or goddess of compassion. Releasing through lower back. Softening all the way up through the crown of the head. Deep cleansing breaths into your back body. Slowly rolling through your spine when you're ready here. Rounding back up. Keeping the eyes closed, just take a moment as you stack tall and observe what you feel. And let's go ahead from here, fold the legs back in towards each other, and we'll come forward onto your mat to roll it all the way back. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and hold on to your ankles, or maybe you can find the outer edges of your feet or wrap your peace sign and thumb, 3 fingers around your big toes, whatever feels best for you. And we want to open up through your hips by rooting down through your sacrum here, externally rotating those hips. Pressing down to turn out. And then from there, whenever you're ready, feet wide apart. One more time, windshield wipe of the knees. Stretch the quads. sideways, the hip flexors. If you want to stretch your arms up above you and stretch your shoulders, stretch your side waist even more. Find what feels good for you. Once more. From there, we'll go ahead and slide your hands under your lower back. Again, wiggle your sits bones apart, pulling the flesh or your butt cheeks out from underneath you. And stretch your legs out wide apart, a few feet apart, and arms down by your sides, perhaps palms facing up towards the sky. Again, in a gesture of being open to receive. Or if you feel you need to bring your full attention more inward, your energy more inward, you're also welcome to rest your hands on your body. Let's take a few more moments here, a few more deep breaths. Allow ourselves to let go of the practice and settle back into stillness. Connect to earth. We drop into it, give ourselves to the earth. Connect to breath or spirit again. Maybe with each breath we can feel and even visualize our hearts growing bigger and fuller with each breath. Connecting to our heart and our soul. Coming back home. Remembering that wherever we are in life, or physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, wherever we are always welcome back home. And it's always with us. Through this breath, through this connection. It's always waiting for us to connect. Back to our true nature, our true selves. There's just this space of love, space of whatever we want it to be. Beneath it all. Space, freedom, love, light, healing and abundance. So as we bask in the afterglow of our practice, also basking in your light, letting go and letting be, just be. Now take a couple of slow, deep breaths. Again, as always, lying here in stillness and meditation as long as you like. Or perhaps if and when you feel ready, gently awakening fingertips and toes. Maybe slowly walking your feet back up onto your mat or onto the ground and bring the knees up towards your chest, wrapping the arms around the legs. And give yourself a nice big hug here as we draw the chin in, feel the back of your neck nice and long, all the way down to your tailbone. Feel the whole length of your spine, root towards the earth. And then rolling onto your right side into a fetal position, right arm as a pillow underneath you. Let's take a couple of slow, deep breaths here once again. In this symbolic rebirth, where we're allowed to begin and start again with a clean slate, remembering from where we came, from this place of being held and supported. We're safe. Everything you need, we already have. And carry that with you as you take your next deep exhale, pressing into your left palm to rise. And keeping the eyes closed and gaze inward, we'll find a nice tall and comfortable seat once again. See if you can slightly lean back, shoulders stack above the hips. Feel your heart space and your chest open and free. Just notice what you feel as you breathe. And joining the hands together by your heart center in Anjali Mudra or prayer, lifting the heart slightly up towards your hands as we then bow the head in towards the heart. Taking a few moments to observe and notice our body's natural capacity to recalibrate, to rebalance and harmonize, to equalize, to heal. Sealing our practice and our intentions with gratitude, bowing humbly to the light and the teacher that dwells within each and every one. Thank you for practicing. Namaste. Great.